January Cup field. They line up this way, with the top two, Ka-Ying Star and Reliable Team, both coming out of the Hong Kong Cup behind Love's Only You and the Vars behind Glory Vars in the case of Reliable Team. Fast Most Furious has placed twice at Group 3 level. Savvy 9 was last year's winner off a similar rating, 99. He's up to 100 now. Super Football gets the cheek pieces on. Sunny Star stretches back out to the 1800 metres, and Decrypt comes up in grade and will not have the blinkers on for this. So not a massive field numbers-wise, Tom, for the January Cup, but it's a really good long run down to the first turn from the 1800 metre start.
Yeah, being on the A course, they should get plenty of opportunity to sort themselves out. Ka-Ying Star and Reliable Team to go forward. We saw them go forward in each of their races on International Day, Paul, but Reliable Team got involved into a little bit of a speed battle with Stay Foolish.
Yeah, and last time they actually raced together, Ka-Ying Star, he missed the start slightly, so Reliable Team had it his own way and when he won. So a lot is going to depend on the start, but with Ka-Ying Star drawing underneath Reliable Team, all things being equal, I don't think they'll get into a speed battle. These two horses know each other quite well, I think. Zabrowski, whatever happens, will get the perfect run behind.
All right, so that is what is going to happen as far as the speed map goes. Now we've got the previous winners here, Tom. Zach Purton, he won't be riding, but Alexi Bedell, Vincent Ho, they're both back to try and win their second cup in the last 3 years.
And of course, when Alexi rode to Simply Brilliant, just after the winning post, he actually came off. The horse stumbled and Alexi came off and I think picked up a slight injury there. But some nice horses have won this. Dr. Jeff a couple of years ago, and Savvy 9 broke his maiden status last season. Paul hasn't won a race since.
No, and he's back to try and defend his title, so we'll see how he goes.
Perfect way to find out exactly how Savvy 9 is going as we hear from his trainer. Nick Child was out at track work this morning with Douglas White.
Douglas, you've got Savvy 9 lining up in the January Cup, 12 months on from winning it last year. How's he been?
He's in fantastic form. He seems to come good in the winter. He's kind of had the same lead-in as last year, and Ryan Moore was very complimentary of his last run. He tended to think that he could have won if the pace was a bit stronger. He's come out of that race in really good order, so he's going into this race fit, healthy, and in good condition.
He certainly trialled, I suppose, nicely for this race. On his course and distance record, Douglas, we don't see him all that often around the valley over this trip, but he's got super form figures.
He has. I think the tempo of the valley certainly helps him. But he's at a rating now where there aren't many available races for him, so he's got to run where the rating suggests for me to enter him. But having said that, I do think that the cooler climate plays a big part.
And just obviously this horse providing you with that first group win last year. Has this always been the plan to come back and try and win it again?
Yes, it has. A little bit of a different circumstance this year. He's carrying a very light weight and it's a smaller field, but I'm really happy with his condition.
And just on obviously the handicap itself, as you say, Ka-Ying Star up at the top, keeping plenty of them down low. Keith Young rides for you as well, so 120 pounds. He's got a lovely racing weight.
Yeah, look, Keith and I have had a lot of success together. He's ridden the horse before, so he knows him, and I certainly think that 113 pounds is going to be a big benefit.
And there it is, Douglas White, Tom, out at track work this morning. One win next to his name, Savvy 9, but it was in this race.
Yeah, last start he actually didn't get all the rub of the green, really. He was a bit unlucky, a bit held up in the straight there. But look, he still stayed on well behind an informed horse, Paul, and far. But I think he'd probably have to lift here a little. Yeah,
look, that's the thing, is he doesn't want out of turn. He's only won once in 25 starts, but as we say, it was in this race. The weights are going to help him being a handicap, though.
But can you rely on a horse that bobs up once a year for this sort of race? I'm not sure you can.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I've got him in, but just on a minor line.
He has placed his last two over the 1800 metres at Happy Valley. Also, Fast Most Furious, Paul. This is a win last time over the 1800 at Sha Tin. He comes to Happy Valley where he's a two-time course and distance winner, but they were both over shorter trips than what he races on Wednesday night.
Yep, so look, he does like it at the Valley, that's one thing, but it's the 1800 metres was just the query there. But look, the distance isn't a problem, isn't it? Because you can just see him winning nicely here, and look, he goes in for me. I think he's going well at the moment.
I left him out. The trip was the query for me. I know he had a good run last start, a good ride courtesy of Zach Purton, but just the trip did concern me. I know he's won at Happy Valley before, but 1,800 metres I think might be a stretch.
Those Valley wins were both 1,200 metres. Now we're going back 2 starts ago for these two, Tom. Reliable Team and Kaying Star. Here is 79 as well. This is the race where Reliable Team led. It's the Jockey Club Cup, and Derek Long got away with absolute murder in the lead.
Yeah, it's the race as well that Kaying Star was slow out and didn't end up getting to the front. He was up near the pace but couldn't lead, and Reliable Team here, Paul, got away with some ridiculous sectionals, but look, he was outclassed last start. Got involved in that speed battle, which probably in the end wasn't necessary. No,
exactly, and look, obviously he's way back in trip now as well, Reliable Team. He's not one that's done well at the Valley before. It's just whether he hasn't, he's had a hard season. I think he peaked for that last start, wasn't he?
He's been sent back to the trial since failing to in the Vars, and here is his trial, Paul, on the all-weather. He ends up running 3rd in this.
Yeah, so look, he's on the pace as he normally does, and did what he had to do in his trial. I just thought they would have got him perfectly right for the Vars. I thought that was his grand final this year. Now, they're obviously racing here back in trip over 1,800 metres. It's not going to be a problem for him. He's a 4-time winner at the Valley and 1 time over the 1,800, but I'm not sure about him. So look, I didn't put him in there.
I put him in. He isn't on a minor line as Reliable Team. He was up there with Astrologer throughout that trial. Nothing wrong with it. I thought he stayed on pretty well without too much pressure.
Here is his graphics card indeed, Tom, about what he's done at Happy Valley. He's a 4-time winner at the course. However, when it comes to the 1,800, just one of them.
Yeah, so 1 course and distance for him. He's a 7-time winner overall, so he's been a good money spinner for his connections. The Nova Stella Syndicate, son of Reliable Man. So the breeding's all there for him to get this sort of trip, Paul. And look, I think just with the way the race pans out, if he can still be there at the finish, dictate, he's a chance.
Yeah, look, he's been consistent over the time as well. But look, the trial was just okay, I thought.
Who do you like to win the January Cup?
I like Zabrowski. I think Zabrowski, look, he's had limited starts this season. He's going to get a perfect run just in behind. So he goes on top for me. Butterfield coming here to the Valley. He's been twice over the 1,800 at the Valley. He's been close up second on one of those occasions as well. So the trip and distance and the course holds no fear for him. Last year's winner, 79, goes in. He has been a little bit unlucky last 2, so he obviously peaks at the right time this season. And Fast Most Furious, again, barrier number 1, carried the weight last time. He's only got 116 now, so he's going well. 6, 4, 5 and 3.
Yeah, 6 on top as well. Zabrowski, I think he'll be really tough to beat. It was a pretty good run from him last start. He was caught 3 wide, no cover. He looked to improve off the end of the back straight, and look, with all that, I think he still stayed on pretty well at the end, Zabrowski. So he's on top with the lightweight. Reliable Team goes in number 2. 4, Butterfield. He's placed course and distance in the past. And 79 just on a minor line. Was held up last start. 6, 2, 4 and 5.